لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him and we seek help from Him. And may peace and blessings be upon our beloved Rasul, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah, today marks the 27th of Rajab in the Hijri calendar, which marks the miraculous event of the Isra and Miraj, which is the night journey taken by our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam from Mecca to Jerusalem and from Jerusalem up to the heavens. This is one of the greatest events in the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Most scholars state that this miraculous event occurred on the 27th of Rajab, while some say the day is unknown. Whichever stance you take on this, there is no denial of the journey itself. Thus, it would be great benefit if we discuss the astounding journey which occurred thousands of years ago. Even to the modern day, people are still finding it hard to comprehend this. Some say it's fantasy, others say it's a delusion, while the truth is it's a miracle, a mu'jizat performed by a beloved Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us look at the story of this journey. The journey itself has two aspects, a horizontal aspect and a vertical aspect. The horizontal aspect is a part of the journey from Mecca to Jerusalem, and the vertical aspect is the ascension from Jerusalem up to the heavens into the presence of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. Let us first look at the horizontal aspect of the journey, because this too is also miraculous. We must remember that this all happened 1,400 years ago, when there was no technology comparable to what there is today. But still, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was able to complete this journey with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Actually, a brother recently asked me, how did Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam get from Mecca to Jerusalem? He then asked me, did they have a map? How did they not get lost? Wallahi, this is the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What He wills will occur. If He wants Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam to get to Mecca, to Jerusalem in one night, He can. Now, if we go into the finer details of this part of the journey, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was carried from Mecca all the way to Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. This is approximately a journey of 800 miles. Think, 800 miles. It will take you hours on a plane. He was accompanied by Angel Jibreel alayhi salam, and he rode on the Buraq. The Buraq was described to be white and was half mule and half donkey with wings. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam reached Jerusalem, Jibreel alayhi salam took him to all the stages of Jannah, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam met with all the previous prophets along the way. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam reached the first heaven, he came in contact with Prophet Adam alayhi salam and greeted him and saluted him. On the right side of Adam alayhi salam, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saw the souls of those who will be happy in the akhirah, and on the left side he saw the souls of those who will be doomed. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam ascended to the second heaven. And then he met Prophet Yahya alayhi salam and Prophet Isra alayhi salam. The same thing happened in each heaven. And in the third heaven, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam met Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. And in the fourth heaven, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam met Prophet Idris alayhi salam. And in the fifth heaven, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam met Prophet Harun alayhi salam. And in the sixth heaven, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam met Prophet Musa alayhi salam. This will be significant. We'll refer to this one later on. And in the seventh heaven, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam met Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was then taken to the Sidratul Muntaha, meaning the most remote lote tree. The Quran actually mentions this instance when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam reached the lote tree. In Surah Najm, ayah 11 to 14, it states, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى. The Prophet's heart did not doubt what he saw. أفتمارونه على ما يرى. How can you, O pagans, dispute him regarding what he saw? وَلَقَدْ رَآهُ نَزْلَةً أُخْرَى. And he certainly saw that angel descend a second time. عند سدرة المنتهى, at the lottery of the most extreme limit in the seventh heaven. Subhanallah, this area of the Sidratul Muntaha was so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the angels, they couldn't even progress from this point onwards. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, then he proceeded on his own until he was 2 arm lengths away from Allah Azza wa Jal. In Surah Najm, ayah 8 to 9, it states, ثُمَّ دَنَا فَتَدَلَّى, then he approached the prophets, coming so close, فَكَانَ قَابَ قَوْسَيْنِ أَوْ أَدْنَى, that he was only 2 arms length or even less. Subhanallah, 2 arms length close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was the absolute nearest any human being has ever come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At this point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordained 50 daily prayers for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and his ummah. On his way back, he told Prophet Musa alayhi salam that his followers have been enjoined to pray 50 times a day. Prophet Musa alayhi salam, he advised Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reduce the number, because the Muslim ummah wouldn't be able to bear praying so much. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam went back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then he had 5 prayers deducted from that, making 45 prayers. But Prophet Musa alayhi salam still insisted that this would be too much. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam then went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once again to get it reduced by another 40 prayers. But Musa alayhi salam still insisted that this was way too much. So this cycle continued, and the salah was deducted by 5 each time until the total number of prayers was 5 a day, as we have it today. At this point, Prophet Musa alayhi salam still asked for more reduction, but Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam replied back to Musa alayhi salam stating, I feel embarrassed of repeatedly asking my Lord to reduce the number of daily prayers. I accept and resign to his will. This is one of the greatest gifts given to us, the Muslim Ummah, which came from the events of the Isra and Miraj, the 5 times Salah. Even though it was originally 50 and was reduced to 5, the original blessing and rewards of the praying 50 times Salah still stands. This demonstrates Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's generosity. Now, when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam returned back to Mecca, the event of the night journey created a lot of stir and confusion amongst the people. The kuffar, the disbelievers, found this as an opportunity to expose Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and Islam. So they began asking Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam questions about the masjid in Jerusalem, where he had never been before. However, to their surprise, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam's description was very accurate, even to the very small details. Nevertheless, they continued to disbelieve. However, for a true Muslim, there is nothing unusual about the night journey. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, who is powerful enough to create the heavens and the earth and everything, is surely powerful enough to take his messenger to the heavens in one night. This brings us to the end of this episode. I make dua that this insight was useful and beneficial. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.